Welcome back to Detroit. I'm Steve Montgomery, working with Mark Evans, who is out of harm's way, hopefully, in the broadcast booth. Last year at this time, he was the driver of the U8 Lumar window film, and I'm sure this race course brings back some memories.
It does, boy, big time. You tend to remember a lot when you crash like that, but it's a fun course no matter what. I like it. You know, like Bill Muncy said, you win here at the course, you survive this course, and that's about it. So
yesterday, your team invited you to take the boat out for the first time since your recovery began a year ago. What was it like getting strapped in again?
It was fun. It was a little nerve-wracking, I gotta say. Just a couple minutes before I went in, I gave my wife a kiss, and I went down to the boat and I started kind of getting a little bit nervous, which I'm usually fairly calm, but after the year I've had, it was good to get back on the horse, so to speak, and the crew was great to let me take the boat for a spin. I just appreciate it.
How about the first time you came by the yacht club, the scene of the big flip?
Well, I went a little slow that time, Steve. I just didn't want to go out and mess up a good ride for the U8 Lumar team, so I just cruised by, waved at the crowd, and took some pictures with my camera and brought her back to the barn.
Heat 4B had 4 boats scheduled to go. One of them would not get off the trailer, Ken Muscatel, and the black boat, Miss Bell Forklift, out for the day with broken motor mounts. Steve David and the Old Boy Oberto, Greg Hopp and the Al D.B. Dodge making a good start, but Hopp's boat would have motor trouble and would not finish. So Steve David and the Oberto, an easy 40-point win in Heat 4B. Second place going to Terry Croxall, earning 30 points in Miss Elam Plus. Now, with all the preliminaries run, this is the way the points stack up. The top 5 boats on this list going into the final. Dave Villwalk at the top of the ladder with 133 and a tie for 5th place. Terry Croxall and Miss Elam Plus would take the 5th spot in the final, the tiebreaker being qualifying speed.
The Gold Cup was first presented in 1904 to a boat called Standard. Top speed, 23.6 miles per hour. A couple of decades later, it came east to the Detroit Yacht Club, thanks to Chris Smith of Chris Craft fame. Legendary names like Gar Wood defended it here for many, many years. Some of the big names of that era included band leader Guy Lombardo and the great Danny Foster. But in 1950, everything changed. A group of upstarts from Seattle showed up with something called Slow Motion 4 and took the Gold Cup out west. The next 2 decades developed a fierce rivalry between Seattle and Detroit. The Seattle contingent, led by Bill Muncy and his Miss Thriftway, and Ron Musson and Billy Shoemaker in Miss Bardall, and other great names of that era. The Detroit fleet, Lee Shanus, Gale 5 and Gale 6, and industrialist George Simons, Miss US's. And speaking of Miss US, this year's race director, Tommy Deeth, scored one of the most popular victories in the history of the Gold Cup. Right here in his hometown, 1976, you won one for George, and you've been a hero here ever since.
And what a thrill it was, because the Gold Cup really meant a lot to me, because Bill Muncy was in that race and I was able to defeat him. He was the king at that time, and of course he went on to win 8 Gold Cups. It was George Simons' first Gold Cup, so it was a storybook ending, somewhat similar to the 1971 victory when Jim McCormick won in Madison. I was able to drive my boyhood dream boat, the Miss US, to victory right here on home on the Detroit River. It doesn't get any better than that. You can't buy that kind of fun.
And a little later in this show, we will crown Gold Cup winner number 100. We'll be back with more from the Detroit River right after this.
Welcome back to the 2004 Chrysler Jeep Superstores Detroit APBA Gold Cup.
Dave Villwalk, the Budweiser driver, has 5 Gold Cups. He'd like to make it a 6-pack. We just found out they're going to let you fight for lanes, and I'm sure that's good news as far as you're concerned.
Well, it gives us a chance, but we got passed by about 20 miles an hour the last time we were out there. So we'll throw everything at it. Hopefully the other guys will make some mistakes.
I found it was fight for lanes, man. I was worried, J-Dub. I hate that, establishing lanes or, setting lanes myself. Fight for lanes. What do you think? You like it?
Well, I want to earn it. That's got to earn it, but hopefully we can get her done. I've never been more scared my whole life.
Nate, it's a battle for lanes. I know you like that, and you seem to have some boat speed. Where did that come from?
This crew works really hard. The U10 team is just great with the mechanical stuff, and we've been working all weekend since we got here on Thursday to get some speed out of this thing, and it's finally starting to come together.
Steve, I just found out you guys get to fight for lanes. That's my favorite deal. What do you think?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Alberto's run good all day, and hopefully we can put this thing in the winner's circle.
You'll do her. Hang in there, man.
Thanks, Mark.
Terry, quite a weekend for you, but you squeak into the final. It's a battle for lanes. Right now, everybody's equal. How do you like your chances?
Fight for lanes makes me feel good. I think we have the stuff to win, so we'll go do it.
Well, a very emotional Mark Tate says this may be the end of one of the great driving careers in the history of this sport. 2 Gold Cups, and he will go down as one of the greats if indeed this is it for the Detroit native. Let's go back to Mark with Greg Hopp.
Hey, Greg, I just found out everybody's fighting for lanes. That's what I like. And then all of a sudden I found out you got a different boat ride. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, unfortunately, we took the LDB Dodge boat and we blew up all our motors. The thing was looking great. We were in the final. All we had to do was finish, and then we blew up our last motor. So Mark Tate's not feeling real well, so I'm taking over the Miss Chrysler Jeep boat, and it's great because I wanted to run the Gold Cup. That's what I came here for.
That's right.
Although I don't get to fight for lanes. I'm kind of in trailer position, but that's all right.
Stay with us. We'll be back in Detroit for the running of the winner-take-all final heat of the 2004 Chrysler Jeep Superstores Detroit APBA Gold Cup.